So I'll move into enabling, but first I'm going to do my spinning from Allegan. So I went to the Michigan Fiber Festival. I entered both of these skeins. Here's the funny thing. The judge, her name's Joan Sheridan, and she is amazing. She's amazing. She owns Heritage Spinning and Weaving in Lake Orion, Michigan. She was also the judge from a few years ago when I entered my novelty skein, which I have, let me just grab it. I can't remember if I showed it the last time or not. I know I told you I was entering this. Okay, so this has been like 5 years ago, maybe more than that. Well, I was doing the podcast, so it probably was like 5 years ago. But I entered this skein in the novelty spinning at Michigan Fiber Festival, and it was coils. I can't remember what class I entered, but I got first place for my coils. So now I'm doing these singles. The main reason that I entered it is because I wanted the judges' feedback. I've never done singles with as much purpose as I spun these. I entered both skeins just to see what she'd say. Now, one thing that I learned, and I've never paid any attention to this, I didn't even know it was a thing, is when you're spinning a single, you want the twist to be at 17 degrees. That's like the magic number. Hey guys, editing Chevis. Back again. I should clarify, when you're spinning a single, the magic number is 17 if you are spinning for a single, like if that's what your final project's going to be. If you guys have the book, The Spinner's Guide, I'll put it here. I'm forgetting the name of it. They actually talk about it in this book. I don't really know how you do that spinning wise. I need to research it. I was talking to my friend Leah, who I just got to see at Yellow Springs. I love her. She brought me cookies, and they're like my favorite cookies ever. And no, Leah, I haven't shared, and I don't feel bad. Actually, I would have totally shared, but I don't have anyone to share them with. So there's this really bougie place in Dayton, Ohio called Dorothy Lane Market or something along those lines. And they sell these cookies called Laura's cookies. You guys, they're like the best cookies ever. I'm sure I've talked about them before. Anyway, Leah was telling me last weekend, because that was Yellow Springs, that you know how they have spinner control cards with, well, maybe you don't. Stand by. Some of you may know, but I mean, the reason that some of you come is even though I'm a shit show, you might learn something. This is a spinner control card. Now, I printed this offline and laminated it at work. They have Pinkies Out Bougie, like really pretty wood ones and stuff online that you can buy. But what it is as you're spinning, so for example, as you're spinning, you want to line this up with, so I'm going to say mine is 12, which is right there. And that tells you what weight it is. So 12 to 14 wraps per inch, which is how many that is a DK weight yarn. There's the little whatever chart. So as you're spinning, if you want to make sure that you're, or at least try to make sure that you are spinning your singles balanced, you use this and you can check it up against this to make sure that you're keeping that same size as you're spinning. So Leah sent me this thing and I thought it was a spinner control card. And she's like, no, it's different. It's a degrees card. It's this little leaf thing. I'll add a picture here with the name and I'll also link it in the show notes. I have not done any research on how you use them. So I want to do some research on that just to see how to use the tool. And you guys know, I love me a notion. I don't know if mine is 17 degrees or not. I mean, the judge wasn't like getting out a ruler or anything, or this tool or anything. She did say, I'll insert a picture. This is how they judged them. We had a Vanna and then the judge. She said she thought that I spun this first because it was slightly overspun, and this one second, which she was wrong. Only though because, she was right. This one is way more overspun. Well, I don't know about way more, but this one is overspun more than this one. Or that doesn't even sound right. You know what I mean? But I spun this one first and this one second. And the difference was I was stressed out when I was doing this. I had to make myself stop spinning this one because if you guys remember, I finished spinning this in the spring, I think. And this was this summer when my world sucked because my dad died. And I was like a nerve-ending, stressed out ball of mess. So she could totally tell by looking at these that this one was overspun. And I knew it. And I can't tell by the naked eye. Like when I look at them, I can't tell. I just know that I was stressed out when I spun this. So anyway, I got first place with this one. Isn't that cool? Now, here is the like messed up part of it. I had to enter in the advanced category. You guys, the way they do the judging at Michigan Fiber Festival is if you have ever won a first place up there in your spinning, which I did, for novelty yarn, and I would say I'm an advanced spinner in novelty yarn. I'm way more comfortable spinning novelty yarn, right? This I wanted to enter as, I think it was intermediate. It was the one below advanced, which is basically you've just been spinning over 2 years. Because I'm not good at single spinning. I've never done it before. It was the first time I'd ever done it. I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't know about the 17 degrees thing. Like, I didn't know. But I had to enter as advanced, and I was really surprised. I felt like a big deity. I was like, oh my God, the judge is going to look at this and be like, why does this person think she's advanced? She don't know what she's doing because I don't know how to spin a single. But it worked. And I don't enter it for a ribbon. Honest, I don't. I enter it for the feedback. So the main thing that I gathered from that was the 17 degree thing. So I do want to look more into that. If you guys are ever at the Michigan Fiber Festival or you're going to the Michigan Fiber Festival and you spin, I highly recommend entering a skein. The skein judging was so much fun to watch. Joan, I'm serious. She is so knowledgeable. And when she's judging, you learn so much, so much. Now, last year, which I wasn't there because last year was, the year of Rhinebeck. Last year, I guess she had put out a challenge, I don't know, about finer spinning. So there was a lot of people who accepted that challenge and spun lace weights, and just looking at them and listening to her, it makes me want to try, which I can't believe because that is so not my jam. It really isn't. I'm not a thin spinner, but I don't know. Maybe. So that's what started out the Michigan Fiber Festival. Then I think because I missed Hoosier Hills Fiber Festival, I kind of went a little crazy in Allegan. And then I had to reel myself way back on Yellow Springs because talk about wool piggery. I am going to try and make this quick. Famous last words. First, I got this quite a while ago now. This was a monthly, I don't even remember, like a monthly sock something. I just got it for the month, and it's because it was labyrinth themed. This is from Murray and Company. It's on Sparkle. Look at that. It's a sock set, and it's Labyrinth. Sparkle sock set, 7525. Merino nylon, Stellina, 438 yards. So I'll have me some Labyrinth socks one day, who knows when. So that was Happy Mail that was their June sock set. Now, you guys, Elegant, this is so dumb. This is seriously so dumb. This whole, it's awful. It's awful. So I'm just gonna like grab and go, okay? First, I have this new thing that I'm doing. I love a t-shirt. Michigan Fiber Festival had a drawing. So like you could submit, they do line drawings for their logo. They're like yearly, what do you call it? It's not a logo. Is it? The show art, whatever, for their merch. And they voted. They had people submit, and then the people vote on their Facebook. And the one that I voted for won. I wanted a tie-dye shirt. Look at it. Isn't it so cute? I love it so much. So my new thing is double extra large t-shirts, and they're like my sleep shirt or my lounge shirt. I'll talk about this one in a bit. I got a Michigan Fiber Festival, and because that's a Valais, I think it's Valais. It's a valet sheep, and I love him or her. I love it. I mean, I just want to squeeze them. So this t-shirt is actually dirty. I dug it out of the laundry, but I wanted to show you. Then I met Dawn from Yarn is a Sport, and she gave me a t-shirt as well. Isn't it cool? You know you're a yarn chickener. And she gave me a bag as well. It's one of these bags. You know, like one of those guys, you know. All the kids use them. Look how much yarn you can fit in that. And she also gave me a bag to give to one of you. Yarn is a Sport. She has a podcast. She'll be linked below. So sweet. We hung out, had dinner with her and her husband, Mike. It was so nice to put a face with a name. So in the comments below, if you would like to win this bag, say something about yarn being a sport. I'll search the word sport. So if you say the word sport, you'll be in it to win it. Then I got to see my friend ShayDay from HensnChicks. I've talked about her before. It's always so much fun to see her. She's a Michigan girl. She gave me this postcard. I won't show you, but it has, I think it's Valet, not Valais. Did I say Valais earlier? I think I might have said Valais. I think it's Valet. They are seriously the cutest sheep in the world. I love them. Anywho, she brought me a skein of yarn. It's one of a kind, and she called it colorway Chevis. I freaking love it. It is so cool. HensnChicks, ShayDay. She also entered skeins in the competition and won some ribbons. She entered a few skeins, and I can't remember what they were. She's really, really good spinner. And she does the whole like circular sock machine thing too. She has a YouTube channel. I'll link it. She doesn't post a whole bunch of videos, but you can at least put a face with a name. I love her. She's awesome. Done with that sheet. Okay, so my girl Stephanie, Deep Dyed Yarns. God, you guys, I'm seriously embarrassed by my wool piggery. Like, this is ridiculous. Saw this little gem, and I'm going to make a really fun, bulky hat with it. This is 74 yards, 100 grams. It just says 74. Is that the name of the, I mean, it's obviously bulky, but look at that. Oh, look at those colors. Stephanie's booth, Deep Dyed Yarns, is one of those that you're like, no. I mean, her colors are amazing. Look at that. I was gonna do a gift, but I think I might want it for myself. Then this is her show colorway, and it's on slub. Is that is it Balo or is it that like 2 L's make a Y? And this is Sunset Park, and this was her show color. It matches. La. And this is 435 yards. Oh, wow. On slub. Superwash merino, 90%, 10% nylon. I've never knit with slub before. Then this is my favorite, and I haven't started it yet. As excited as I was about this, or am, I can't believe that I haven't started this yet. That damn emotional support chicken did it. Okay, you guys. Stephanie started this new thing. I don't know if she's going to continue it or if she just was trying it or what the deal was, but she started dyeing, or at least for that show, dabbling in whatever thread. Look at it. Now, I think it's, is it I don't think it's embroidery thread. Maybe it's embroidery thread, but it's not like the, you know, the embroidery thread that with the 6 strands that you can tear apart. It's not that kind. It's hand dyed, yo. And the reason that I got this is because Cole's favorite color is rainbow. And I'm going to make Cole and I, hopefully there's enough of it, I'm going to make Cole and I matching friendship bracelets. I'm really excited about it. I was a friendship bracelet girl back in the day. Like, that was my thing.
Story time.
My grandparents lived in Florida my whole life. And they would fly in and out of the Toledo airport when they came to visit us. This is 90s Chevis, okay? Make them a friendship bracelets. I had everything in my fanny pack, right? And I'm talking full like set of scissors, you know, like the scissors that everyone has, the big paper scissors, they're in every work office, like those kinds of scissors. I had crammed in this neon, all different colors, like all the panels were different colors. It was probably this neon fanny pack. And we take my grandparents to the Toledo airport. That's when they still let you through security and you could like stand at the window and watch their plane take off. My fanny pack goes through the x-ray machine and the TSA agent was like, "Oh, you have a big set of scissors there, or a big pair of scissors there." And my mom looks at me and she's like, "Chevis." And I'm like, "What?" And she totally let me through with them. That shit don't happen anymore. Nope. So I'm going to go back to my roots and make me some friendship bracelets. Then Shay, oh my gosh, new friend, ShayDay Fiber Arts. Her booth is awesome. She's so cool. Like, I want to have drinks with Shay. We get in trouble. I got these 2 super cute little guys. Aren't they cute? For Cole for Christmas, finger puppets. Then she gifted me. This is for me. I'm not giving it to anybody else. A mushroom. She made it. How perfect is that for the stuff room? You know I love mushrooms. Thank you, Shay. I saw her at Yellow Springs too. I'm parched. Then went to Yarnbyrds, Robin at Yarnbyrds. I already showed you the little stoppers that she gifted me. I finally, first time ever for me in my stash, own Bien Amiee. First time ever. Look at it. It feels scrumptious, absolutely scrumptious. It's cashmerino, dude. And what I got it for, stand by. Do y'all remember this from YarnCon? This is DK, Redrum, for the witching hour, which is this. I know that this is fingering, but I'm going to hold it double. This is my second color for the skulls. I mean, I am so freaking excited for this. I mean, it'll be a while before I cast it on because I want that yarmalata off the needles. But I thought it was cool because you'll still be able to see the bird, the bird skulls Can we just take a minute to appreciate how majestic Jareth is looking right now? Okay, thank you for the moment of pause. I feel like this will totally, you'll still be able to see the bird skulls, but it also has a little kiss of something, something. I'm so excited. It's gonna be awesome. That's what I got from Yarnbyrds. There are 4 yarn trucks, and they call it, do they call it the Yarn Truck Rodeo? There's a sign, and they're so cool. Like, all the trucks are lined up together. I don't know if I got a picture of it. If I did, I'll put it in here. But I went to Frogget Yarns, and that's where I got this gem, which now that I have shown you, I can start using it because all of this stuff was in it and has been since the beginning of August. And I got this early because, you know, these baskets go quick. Then I went back. This is a deal. This is a deal. This is Camper by Kelbourne Woolens. And I know people are like, oh my God, I can't knit with black. I've never knit with black. I'll see how we do. I'll see how I do, like the eyeballs. I don't remember what I bought it to make. This is the Charcoal Heather colorway, 100% wool, 200 yards. They were $10 a skein. I was searching for 2 things. I was searching for, it's a Jacqueline C slack. There's the Darren and the outline tee. Think this is the Darren. Or I may have just said, screw it, I don't know, I'm buying enough to make a garment. But I was searching for yarn for the Darren or the outline tee. Darren is Jacqueline C slack, the outline Darren, Jacqueline C slack, and then the outline tee is by Jessie Maid. I'm pretty sure this, look at it. I think this is what I got for the outline tee. I don't know. One or the other. I think one's fingering and one's sport, but I was going to alter it. I don't know. But look at it. This came, Lindsay, she's my new friend. And she and her man have a pit bull named, I don't know, because I call him Meathead. He has a big, huge meathead like this, and he was so stinking cute. I didn't get to meet him. I saw him from afar. I will meet him one day. But they are of Indigo, Guinea fiber, and it's a truck. And I got this, and that's what their tags look like. And does this have a colorway name? Field of Flowers. I just fell absolutely in love with it. So that's going in the stash. I have never been one to condone a yarn diet. Not condone. I've just never been one to do it because I'm like, whatever. Now I feel like I need a yarn diet. And it's mainly because there are all these things that I want to knit that I don't have time to knit. Like, I want to get them knit up. So many, my witching hour, the P-Rex. I mean, there's so many other things. Then Jehovah Jireh Farm and Fiber. I don't know how you say that. I know that's Jehovah, but I'm not sure how you pronounce that right there. Look how huge this stick of Palo Santo is. I want to burn it. It smells so good. So I got one of these and then this fiber bat. Isn't it cool? Oh my gosh. It's a fluffy cloud of wonderfulness. This is Crown Jewels, and it's alpaca wool with silk, 2.8 ounces. No idea what I'm going to do with it. I'm just going to spin it. Mama Jean, look away. This is part of your Christmas present. Mama Jean is my stepmom. She's a rug hooker, and I tend to get her wool when I go. This is the same vendor that I purchased wool for her for rug hooking. For rug hooking. The last time I think I got that, did I get that at Rhinebeck? I'm pretty sure I got it at Rhinebeck. But the same gal was there. And I got her these. Aren't they cool? I didn't want to show them too long so she could come back and watch. I'll put a timestamp in for her so she knows. Peck her nap. So she knows when to come back. So I got that. Then Dawn, because she's so nice. Dawn from Yarn is a Sport. I was going to buy this. I was going to buy this. And she bought it before I could and then gave it to me. And I call this Care Bear fiber. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, that reminds me of Care Bears and I want it. And the main reason that I wanted this is because I have been itching to do some long draw. And this is perfect for long draw. This came from the Woolly Knob, Matt and Jamie. They're my friends. I love them. They are sort of local to me. They are at Allegan. They were also at Yellow Springs. Then I don't know. This is the last thing from, no, it isn't. No, it isn't at all. I have 3 more things. See, you guys, I was a pig. I got this fiber. Also, I am going to try and long draw it. This is Rainforest Coopworth Silk and Silk Noils, 8 ounces. I just loved the color, that jewelry awesomeness. So there's that. 8 ounces. I don't know the booth. I thought I grabbed a card. I must not have grabbed a card. I thought I grabbed cards for everyone. No idea. The other thing that was on my list, I can't believe I'm doing this again.
9-inch circulars. 9-inch circulars.
That's totally Ray's thing. I don't have a cool microphone to do it in, but for those of you who watch Needles at the Ready, Ray loves his 9-inch circulars. I've purchased a pair in the past, hated them. I'm going to try it again. It, like the way I hold my needles, but people say you have to change your style. I gave mine away. I think I gave them to my friend Diana years ago now. I'm going to try them again. Also, don't know the booth those came from. And then I'll tell you what, this is probably my favorite thing. And I think it's the first thing I bought. I usually do a loop. So we were there Thursday night. So we had all day Friday, Saturday, and then went home Sunday. Friday, this was the only thing I bought. I did all of my purchases on Saturday. I just loved it. I'm going to get this framed. It's a watercolor by Garley and Sheep. I'm not sure. Here. I'll try and find them, you guys. How freaking cool is that? And how perfect is it for the stuff room? I love it. I absolutely love it. Watercolor and ink. You know what? I wish they would have signed them. That would have been cool. So that was all my wool piggery in Allegan. So then went to Yellow Springs and was like, I'm not doing that. So the only thing I got is my t-shirt, a Wool Gathering, Yellow Springs, Ohio. And I wanted some cotton linen because Shay in Allegan had on this tunic. It's called the Sara tunic. And on Ravelry, it'll be linked. But on Ravelry, it says it's the designer's Kelly Mack. But she also goes by Knitting on the Fringe. This is so cute on. I was on the lookout in Allegan and didn't find any. But then it's the only thing I bought at Yellow Springs besides the t-shirt. This is the Miller Girls. She has a Facebook page where they do sales, so you can go check that out, as well as a website. She was super cool. I felt like such an asshole, you guys. Be Real, it's this new social thing where you have 2 minutes to take a picture and you're supposed to be real, no filters, blah, blah. So I get the thing while I'm in her booth. And the way Be Real is you take a picture, it like you put your camera up and it takes a picture of you as well as what's in front of you. So I took a picture of my friend Leah and I, and then her booth was in the back. And she was like, you can take a picture in here. And I was like, oh, such an asshole. I should have asked permission, and I didn't. She swears she was cool about it, though. She was like, no, I just wanted you to know that it was cool. But I felt like a jerk. Anyway, she's super cool. And I got 4 skeins. I'm only going to show you 2 of this. And it looks charcoal, but it's really like navy. So it'll be held double, but it's a linen cotton blend. That's all I got at Yellow Springs. I was done being a wool pig because of Bialik. I have way more things to knit than I could ever imagine. I'm almost done, babe.
Whatever. Leave it when I see it.
Okay, my last thing is a Happy Mail. This is so sweet. For you OGs, I have talked about the One More Day Foundation before. They're based in Florida. Yes, Englewood, Florida. What the One More Day Foundation is they call it FOSPIS, which is basically they foster dogs who are old and ill from rescues and shelters and things to give them awesome final days. I can't even imagine, like, these people are amazing people. I don't even know if I can talk about it for that long, but to take, as an animal lover, to take an animal in knowing that your main thing is to be with them in their final days just takes a strong, amazingly awesome person. I would be a blubbering idiot if I did that. I'm so glad these animals have people who are willing to dedicate their hearts to them in their final. I mean, I just can't. I mean, listen to me. I don't even know what to say. They're amazing. They're amazing humans. Well, Johanna sent me a book that is authored by Sara from the One More Day Foundation, and it is called Loss of Your Dog: Some Ways to Get Through. It's a short book. It's available on Amazon. I'm so glad I know about it because I think that this would be a really good gift for anyone who has lost a pet, or if you yourself have recently lost a pet and you're working through that grief. I'll link it below where you can get it on Amazon. So thank you, Johanna, for sending this to me. I will keep it bookmarked in my Amazon wish list so that I can purchase more. Thank you so much for thinking of me. I hope you guys can also find that helpful, and I hope you don't have to use it anytime soon. Just to end on miscellaneous, there are a couple, because my world's just been so weird here lately. I know this is going to be a really long episode, but because my world's been so weird here lately, I haven't been doing some of my normal things. I haven't been watching as many podcasts. I mean, there's always podcasts that I don't miss, but usually I watch new ones. I haven't really been doing that. For some reason, what I find helpful to get me through hard days, and I know I like to think that I'm not alone, is true crime stuff and mental illness stuff. So my 2 favorite YouTube channels as of late are Miyam Bialik's Breakdown, which it's funny because Amy Beth just mentioned it on her last podcast, and I was like, oh, I'm not alone. I watch it too. Miyam Bialik is, of course, Blossom, for those of you who are old school, and she is also Amy Farrah Fowler, who is Sheldon's wife in The Big Bang Theory, and I call Dan Sheldon all the time. But she is a very educated, intelligent gal, and she does a show with I think her significant other, it's a lot on mental illness, but in the coolest way. All the episodes are different. I learned something from everyone. I don't watch all of them. Not all of them are my gig, but I do watch a lot of them. The Will Wheaton episode is awesome. The Fluffy episode. The one I watched today was that newscaster. Let me look. I want to say Matt Gutman. It looks like that right there. Matthew McConaughey. And I love him, but...
We'll track the price of your flight.
Sorry. I love him, but I kind of thought his was boring. That's probably mean to say, but it's not like we're friends or anything. Anyway, there's a lot of good ones. I mean, Chelsea Handler was on there. Lots of like 90s kids. If you watched Hey Dude, the chick who played Marsha in the Brady Bunch and whoever the guy from Hey Dude is was on. Together, I guess they have a podcast. Howie Mandel, that was a good one. Melissa Joan Hart, Kelly Clarkson, other people who are awesome that were new to me. So if you like that kind of thing, I highly suggest checking it out. And my other thing is true crime. You guys, I love true crime. I love true crime. I will binge watch Dateline until I think everyone in the grocery store is a murderer. Which probably isn't healthy, but whatever. I love true crime. There is a channel on YouTube called 10 to Life. Her name's Annie Elise, and I just love her. I love her. She does the true crime stuff. I love her delivery. She seems like a cool chick. There's something about her that I dig. I'm not the only one because she has like 1 million subscribers. Not really, but a lot. She totally does. She has 1.4 million. And I just thought that I'd throw those things out there if either of those sound like your jam. So now I am going to go take a shower, put on some PJs, and have dinner with my man. If you're still here and you're new, hope you enjoyed the ride. If you haven't already, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that happy horse shit. And until the next time. Can't decide. Which one should we get for the camper? I was thinking one of these for the camper.
Your turn.
Princess wave, princess wave.
Okay, so we have Advanced Adult Single. This is South American wool, 80%. Viscose Neps, 20%. And it's going to be a shawl. Oh, that is This is Polwork, 90%, alpaca and silk each 5%, and it's going to be used for now breathing. This is South American wool, 80%, viscose Neps, 20, intended to be a shawl.
I'll bet these are going in the same shirt.
Yeah. This is 100% Corriedale, and it's going to be a simple knitted headband. And this is 100% Corriedale, and it's going to be weft in a plain weave scarf. Okay. A little bit of thick and thin here. It's very hard to disguise inconsistent singles when it is a single. But it doesn't necessarily detract. We also have to look for if it's the angle of spinning once again, which was 17%. You guys listen. And we've got some variety here.
That make all the difference.
Or next time I'm here, I'll drag out the rack there and figure out if we can just use that.
I brought my rack last year.
Yeah, but this is more entertaining.
A little thick and thin, a little overspun on both of these. You see the kinkiness in here? On a day like today when whoo, hot and humid, it's going to show up. This is a little overspun, a little inconsistent. But boy, that color sure makes it pretty. Polwork alpaca silk. I've done a little heavy on the twist. Make sure you guys saw what I'm seeing here, because that's indicative of if it's over or under spun as well. Not bad for Corriedale for the bounce in a single that is a little overspun. Okay, I think
I think we're glad that you kept me. You're okay. Okay, I just want It's another hard one. Okay. 3, 2, 1. I strongly suspect that these two are by the same spinner. I also think that this skein was spun first, and this skein was spun second. This is more balanced, and we're going to give it the first place ribbon. This one is got a lot of twisties in it, so it's a little crunchy in places because it's got little tiny pigtails. We're gonna go 2.